Get ready for a trip back in time to the 1960s when television took audiences straight into World War II, all without leaving the living room. In 1962, Combat premiered, becoming one of the most realistic and emotional war series ever made. With gripping stories, suspenseful battles, and unforgettable characters, the show captured the hearts of millions around the world. Led by the tough Sergeant Saunders and the level-headed Lieutenant Hanley, the American platoon faced danger, moral dilemmas, and their own humanity in every episode. But time marches on, and today we're taking a look back at the before and after of the actors who brought this groundbreaking classic to life. So if you're a fan of vintage TV, stories of courage, and that old-school style of television they just don't make anymore, grab your helmet and join us, because it's time to see what happened to the heroes of Combat, one of the most unforgettable battles in television history. Vic Morrow was born in 1929 in New York City and showed a natural talent for acting from an early age. He studied at the prestigious Actors Studio and rose to prominence in the 1950s, especially for his role in the film Blackboard Jungle. In the TV series Combat, Vic played Sergeant Saunders, the tough leader of an American platoon during World War II. Saunders was a complex character, brave, determined, and deeply human, carrying the heavy burden of responsibility for his men. His intense and realistic performance helped make Combat one of the most respected war dramas in television history. After the series ended in 1977, Vic appeared in titles such as 1990, The Bronx Warriors, and Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. Sadly, his career and life were cut short in a tragic accident. In 1982, during the filming of Twilight Zone, the movie, Vic Morrow was killed on set when a helicopter crashed during an action scene. He was 53 years old. Rick Jason was born in 1923 in New York City. After serving in the Air Force during World War II, he studied acting and began his career in theater. In the 1950s, he transitioned to film, appearing in movies such as Sombrero and This Is My Love. In 1962, Jason took on the role of Lieutenant Gil Hanley in the TV series Combat, starring alongside Vic Morrow. Hanley was the platoon commander, calm, intelligent, and always willing to protect his men, even in the toughest situations. He represented the rational side of war, often contrasting with Sergeant Saunders' more fiery temperament. After Combat ended in 1967, Rick Jason appeared in Fantasy Island and Policewoman. In addition to acting, he explored narration and writing, publishing his autobiography Scrapbooks of My Mind. Sadly, Rick's life ended in tragedy. He passed away in 1993 at the age of 70, the result of suicide. Friends later shared that he had been struggling with depression, though he remains fondly remembered by fans to this day. Pierre Jalbert was born in 1925 in Quebec, Canada, and before becoming an actor, he led a very different life. He was a talented skier who even joined the Canadian Olympic team. His passion for cinema eventually led him to Hollywood, where he worked as a film editor for MGM before stepping in front of the camera. With his natural elegance, French accent, and charm, he quickly caught the attention of TV producers. In 1962, Jalbert landed the role of Private Paul Cage Lamoureux in Combat. The character was a French-Canadian member of the American platoon, known for his loyalty, courage, and quick reflexes. Cage stood out as a soldier with a big heart, always ready to help his comrades and fight for what he believed in. After the series ended, Pierre Jalbert returned to work behind the scenes in Hollywood, building a successful career as a film editor. Pierre Jalbert passed away in 2014 at the age of 89 from a heart attack. Dick Peabody was born in 1925 in Missouri. Before becoming known to the public, he worked as a radio host and announcer. With his deep, distinctive voice and towering presence, he stood nearly 2 meters tall. Peabody naturally drew attention wherever he went. In 1962, he was cast as Private Little John in Combat. The character was a true gentle giant, strong, loyal, and kind-hearted. Little John stood out for his physical strength and, at the same time, for his innocence amid the chaos of war. Always by his comrade's side, he symbolized the common soldier, the man who faced fear but never abandoned his friends. After Combat ended, Dick continued acting in series such as Gunsmoke and Daniel Boone. He was also known as a kind and approachable man, often attending fan conventions and combat reunions well into his later years. Dick Peabody passed away in 1999 at the age of 74 from prostate cancer.
Conlan Carter was born in 1934 in Arkansas, and before pursuing an acting career, he was a college athlete, pilot, and stage actor before deciding to try his luck in Hollywood. He began landing roles in popular early 1960s TV shows such as The Texan and The Rifleman. In 1962, Conlan joined the cast of Combat as Doc, the company's medic. Doc was the heart of the group, brave, compassionate, and always willing to risk his own life to save the wounded. Conlan's heartfelt performance earned him an Emmy nomination in 1964 for Best Supporting Actor. After Combat, Conlan continued to appear on television in series like Bonanza and Gunsmoke. However, in the 1980s, he decided to step away from Hollywood to pursue other paths. Passionate about aviation, he began working in the aerospace field and built a quieter life, far from the cameras. When he joined Combat, Conlan Carter was 29 years old. Today, at 91, he enjoys a peaceful life and remains fondly remembered by fans of the classic series.
Jack Hogan was born in 1929 in North Carolina and began his career in quite an unusual way. Before becoming an actor, he served in the U.S. Air Force and worked as an architect. However, his passion for acting eventually led him to land small roles in late 1950s productions, such as Man from Del Rio. In 1962, Hogan got the role that would change his life, Sergeant William G. Kirby on Combat. Kirby was the frontline soldier, tough, impulsive, and full of spirit, but also deeply loyal and brave. Audiences loved his authenticity, and Kirby quickly became one of the show's most popular characters. After Combat ended, Jack continued acting in several hit TV shows, including Sierra, Adam 12, and Magnum P.I. In later years, he chose a quieter life away from the spotlight, though he remained fondly remembered by fans of the classic war series. Jack Hogan passed away in 2023 at the age of 94 from natural causes.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more amazing content, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us continue creating fantastic videos like this one. Thanks again, and see you next time.